Okay, I'm Kevin, this is Tyler, and our article is called UK Drinking Problem Gets Political. Main problem is in the United Kingdom, near Wales, there's about 100,000 people per weekend that are going to drink in pubs, and they're getting way too drunk, and there's a large amount of them, so there's a lot more destroying property, people just trash everywhere, passing out. It's becoming a huge problem for police, EMT, the whole entire government. Really doesn't know what to do, especially with their elections coming up in May. And as shown by this chart, you can see that over the last couple of decades that the UK has increased their consumption of alcohol, whereas the US and a lot of other industrial countries have declined. And this has been really odd for the UK to actually increase, where in all other countries decrease, such as Britain consumes 11.7 liters of alcohol per year, whereas the United States only consumes 8.6.
Because people are getting drunk so often, there needs to be more police and EMTs to help with the situation, from people getting in fights, getting hurt, and so which ends up spending more government money. And then also roads are getting shut down because the streets are so crowded with drunk people that nobody can drive a car through there. And then after the weekends are over, they have to clean up a bunch of broken glass, trash, and even urine littered throughout the streets. The causes why this is happening is because beer prices are extremely low in grocery stores and in pubs. So people drink at home first because it's cheap, and then they go out and drink, and then it's still cheap, so they get a lot more alcohol for what they would get like here in the United States. And then the government has a very low tax on alcohol, which keeps the prices low. Options for the government: they could either set a minimum price for alcohol, or they could set an excise tax on alcohol, which would then end up raising the price. Either way, it would help because the price would go up and people wouldn't be able to afford as much alcohol. Our solution is to put an excise tax on all alcohol sales, because the government would get revenue for things like cleanup, police, EMTs, and stuff like that, and then it would also raise the price so people couldn't afford the alcohol. Any questions?
Yeah, other than the price of the alcohol being cheaper there, what other factors do you think cause an increase in consumption there compared to the United States? It's more of an opinionated question.
Well, I think it's more accepted there. Like, people go out and they see other people getting completely drunk, so they just follow.
Yeah, well, I mean, on the weekends, all the little towns around Wales, everybody from there goes in the party every single weekend because that's all they really know what to do right now. They have nothing else. They're all from the small little towns. There's nothing to do there. So what do? You go to the big city and go drink for the weekend.
What does OECD stand for?
It's pretty much, it's this group of countries that they've categorized and based on their governments how industrialized they are, and it's pretty much a lot of the bigger countries in the world, and it's pretty much all of them have shown decrease since about 1980, decrease in use of alcohol, and whereas the UK hasn't, surprisingly.
Do you think that in the article, I know it talked about how people, like churches and people, go out and help all the drunk people, like give them blankets and take them places. Do you think if people like that stop doing that kind of thing, do you think that they would be like, oh, no one's going to take care of us if we're just like drunk in the road and there's not like people patrolling and watching out? Do you think that would hinder some people from drinking so much and getting wasted that bad?
Well, I know in the article it says that they have that problem that not a lot of people go and help. There's tons of people laying around in the streets, and they have to have the EMTs wait on the side of the street to help them out. And there's no group like that to help them out. But if they would have that help, it might encourage it, because as of right now, they don't have anything really. It's all on the EMT to take care of, or people that they're with.
Well, talk about church groups going out and helping people. Do you think that if people weren't doing that kind of stuff, that it would stop?
I don't think it would really change it, because I don't think there's enough people going out and helping like that to really make an influence either way. You have another question?
Yes. So why doesn't the UK government, put the excise tax on this? I mean, you're talking about putting excise tax. Are they really thinking about it, or they're not really thinking about it?
Well, right now they're going through elections and stuff. So on one side, people are afraid to say that they want to put excise taxes on it because they're afraid that they won't get votes from the people that are going out and doing this. But then they also want to because they know it'll help the country. So it's kind of, they don't know what to do, what's best.
Okay, but this is a simple economics question, right? Exactly what we have done in class, Yeah. So no question putting excise tax will reduce the quantity, Or it might be only a little bit, right? But because these people might drink anyway, So that means let them pay higher price, right? And the drinkers are going to be the ones who bear the most of the burden of the tax, right?
Yeah.
So so get these drinkers bear most of the burden, and the government gets revenue. That's, I think, a good idea, right? Yeah. I know politicians want to win, okay? But I don't think these people, right, who want to get drunk most of the time. I don't think. Do they think they will vote for? Do you think they will get involved in the political process very actively?
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, it's a guess, Probably not. I don't know. But they might become very serious about it. If it's about drinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.